Life is not always about happiness. Sometimes it is about survival. Sometimes it is about holding on when everything familiar is taken away. Man's search for meaning is not just a book, it is a testimony. A quiet but powerful reminder that even in the darkest moments, life can still have meaning. Viktor Frankl was a psychiatrist, but before he was a doctor, he was a prisoner. He was sent to Nazi concentration camps during World War II. He lost his family, his freedom, his identity. Everything that once defined his life was stripped away. And yet, what remained was something no one could take from him: his ability to choose how he responded to suffering. Inside the camps, Frankl observed something remarkable. Two people could experience the same hunger, the same cold, the same cruelty, yet respond in completely different ways. One would give up, the other would endure. The difference was not physical strength, it was meaning. Those who had a reason to live were more likely to survive. Some prisoners lived for the hope of seeing their loved ones again, others lived for unfinished work. A book they wanted to complete, a message they felt responsible to share. Frankl realized that meaning is more powerful than pleasure, more powerful than comfort, more powerful even than pain. Modern society often tells us that happiness is the goal, comfort is the goal, success is the goal, but Frankl challenges this idea. He teaches that meaning, not happiness, is the true driver of human life. Happiness is a byproduct, meaning is the foundation. In the camps, Frankl noticed that when a man lost hope, his body followed. When someone believed that tomorrow had nothing to offer, they often stopped trying. They stopped fighting. Hope was not a luxury, it was survival. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is that suffering itself is not meaningless. Suffering becomes meaningless only when it is endured without purpose. Frankl never glorifies pain. He does not say suffering is good. He says that when suffering is unavoidable, the way we face it gives it meaning. Even in complete captivity, Frankl realized something shocking. The guards controlled everything around him, but they could not control his inner response. He still had the freedom to choose his attitude. This inner freedom, he believed, is the last human freedom, and no situation, no matter how brutal, can fully take it away. This idea is uncomfortable. It means we are responsible for our response even when life is unfair, even when we are victims. It does not blame suffering on the individual. It empowers the individual to reclaim control where control seems impossible. After the war, Frankl developed a form of therapy called logotherapy. Unlike therapies focused on pleasure or power, logotherapy focuses on meaning. It asks a simple but profound question. What gives your life meaning? Meaning can be found in three ways: through work, through love, and through courage and suffering. Work gives meaning by contributing something unique to the world. Love gives meaning by connecting deeply with another human being. And suffering gives meaning when it cannot be avoided and is faced with dignity. Frankl believed that love is the ultimate purpose of life. In the camps, thinking about his wife gave him strength. Even when he did not know if she was alive, the image of her love gave him hope. Love, he realized, exists beyond physical presence. It lives in memory, purpose, and responsibility. One of the most haunting lessons of the book is how quickly people adapt to both suffering and comfort. At first, pain feels unbearable. Then it becomes normal. This adaptation can be dangerous. When we become numb, we stop questioning. We stop caring. Meaning requires awareness. It requires reflection. Frankl also warns about what happens after suffering ends. Many survivors experienced emptiness. Once the struggle was over, they felt lost. This is something many people experience today, even without extreme trauma. After achieving a goal, getting a job, or reaching success, there is a strange emptiness. Frankl calls this the existential vacuum. The existential vacuum appears when life lacks meaning. People fill it with distractions, entertainment, addictions, constant busyness, but these are temporary escapes. Without meaning, comfort feels hollow. Frankl teaches that meaning is not something we invent, it is something we discover. Life asks us questions, and we answer by how we live. Meaning changes from moment to moment. It is not one grand purpose. It is daily responsibility. This idea deeply resonates with the modern world. Many people feel lost despite having freedom, choices, and opportunities. Frankl would say this is because freedom without responsibility leads to emptiness. Meaning comes from commitment, not endless options. Another powerful lesson from the book is that life remains meaningful until the last breath. Even someone who is suffering, ill, or dying can live meaningfully by the way they face their situation. Dignity matters, courage matters, attitude matters. Frankl never promises an easy life, he promises a meaningful one. He does not say that understanding meaning removes pain. He says it makes pain bearable. For a USA-based audience, this message is deeply relevant. In a world focused on productivity, achievement, and external success, many people feel internally empty. This book reminds us that success without meaning is not fulfillment, and suffering without meaning is despair. Man's search for meaning is not motivational in a loud way. It is quiet, honest, grounded in reality. It does not offer shortcuts, it offers responsibility. The book asks each of us a difficult question. What are you living for? Not what do you want, not what makes you comfortable, but what gives your life meaning. Frankl believed that when a person knows their why, they can endure almost anyhow. This idea has influenced psychology, philosophy, leadership, and personal development for decades. In the end, this book is not about the past. It is about now, about how we respond to our struggles, how we find purpose in uncertainty, how we choose dignity over despair. Life does not owe us happiness, but it offers us meaning. And meaning, when embraced, gives life depth, strength, and direction. If this story made you pause and reflect, that is its power. Man's search for meaning does not change your circumstances. It changes how you see them. And sometimes, that changes everything.